safe or not, there's trouble brewing.
Kimahri never forget the Albed sacrifice. Kimahri will use Machina if Machina can find Yuna.
Like, remember when Sid asked, is everybody on board? And Brothers said everybody alive. They know that everybody alive was out of home. So that's how they know that that Yuna wasn't there.
We owe our lives to the Albed. However, no matter how they beg, we cannot quit our pilgrimage.
Even though you'll die?
I've known since I was a child. My will is set. If I do not do it, someone else must, you understand.
Avanius can always look in the archives.
Hey, I'm not looking forward to my brother dying when this is all over. If only there was some way of doing it without anyone dying.
Let's think of one.
Easier said than done. If we had all the time in the world, yeah, we'd think of something. And while we were thinking, Sin would kill us all. Spira doesn't have that time.
That does happen.
The Albed, they grabbed Passe. We needed a break anyway. He should never have come on the... Still, he does pretty good for his size.
Poor Passe.
Let him rest.
Here's Mr. Rin.
Well, well. It appears you too have escaped harm.
You were on the ship too?
I came to home to pick up some goods and found myself here. Quite the escape. Thankfully, my goods were spared.
That is a good
Please
thing.
let me know if you need any of my wares.
Let's see, I don't think he has anything we care about at this point.
Thank you. Your pay. All proceeds will go to help restore home. If there's anything I can help you with in the future, just ask.
Ace, ween topped.
Janokut. Wiraja fam may not win dukia.
Eiko, ulawi goof dranelg.
That is true. It is easy once you know the trick.
Drid falum timgu edix wowike hat.
Ace ribidu.
Rana imnakad.
And this is one of the final bonuses from learning the Albed language.
Drigwi.
May I help you?
Underdog's Secret gets used to, let's see. Underdog's Secret is used for, crafting. It's not amazing, but... I forget, I'm trying to remember which bonus Underdog's Secret is for. I want to say it's a weapon bonus. Yeah. Double overdrive. So charges overdrives at double speed. Could potentially be useful on certain weapons if I had any really good weapons to open slots. No, that's not the only time it's good. It's just one of them.
I'm really tired. Leave me. If it's not an emergency, would you mind leaving?
Okay.
Wait. There's something I want to ask you. What would you think if I said I was giving up my pilgrimage? Unusual. Most people would never forgive a summoner who quit.
Why's that?
Behind my back, they would say I was abandoning my duty.
So, who cares? Why not do your own thing, and let them say what they want?
Easy for you to say.
Yeah,
But,
that's pretty much the only time it matters in universe.
Maybe Bartello and I should go someplace far away.
Yeah, it's pretty much the only time it matters in universe. And the only reason that Tidus was really learning Al Bhed was mostly just to speak to Mr. Rin, because Mr. Rin said so. And so that's the one time the game actually acknowledges that you did it. Everything else is puzzles and secrets. I don't think I need to be in here. And like I told you much earlier, that's the end of Donna's story. Donna's story is officially over as of that conversation. Like I said, she has kind of a down, not as much a downer ending, but she has kind of a soft ending herself. She doesn't get a happy ending. Unfortunately, she left her doll at home. This is one of the guys who saved us at from Click at the very beginning of the game. That guy right there. Technically, there's 2 times. One when you're kind of halfway done collecting all of the like Al Bhed dictionaries, and one when you're completely done. And it's just both quick little cutscenes. It's a kind of a pretty huge ending, to be honest.
After rescuing Yuna, then what? You want to keep her safe, correct? Would you seek to stop her pilgrimage?
Of course! If she continues this fool pilgrimage, she will die.
That's true.
Sure as if you killed her yourself. No harebrained law or teaching could send my little niece to her death. When I save her, I'll make her give up being a summoner quicker than a desert melts ice.
Even against her will?
Better than a dog's death. And I'll take down anyone who don't agree.
Like you, Orin. He will take you down.
Good. Then it's settled.
Well, it's not settled, but we'll pretend it is. I mean, so you gotta remember that Donna's ending is kind of a big deal because we are shown that there are potentially alternatives. Up until this point, what we're shown is that every summoner we've met, and keep in mind, we've only met a couple of them, but between Braska, Isaru, Donna, and Yuna, who are the 4... I mean, we've also seen... There was Lord Mihin, who we've heard about. We've heard about Lady Yunalesca. But up, until Donna, every single summoner that we have encountered so far has been extremely willing to go forwards. Every single one has known, even though they didn't tell us, that it was going to cost them their lives. And all of them have been willing to pay that price.
He called Yuna his, niece, right?
Yes, he did.
I mean, so that makes her Al Bhed, right?
Yes, it does.
Don't say it. Yuna's Yuna, right?
Right.
Legiuni atron bem kuneshka?
Vitran! Verfolgt Yuna!
Frana!
Effen Krufwi!
Yuna!
I promise you I didn't lie to you. I promise you. I know what you're going to say. I promise you I didn't lie to you.
Where was that?
The palace of St. Bevel, heart of Yevon.
Gramps, let's move!
Easy, kiddo. Bevel's defenses are top-notch.
What's the matter, Gramps? You scared? Yuna's there, so we go and get her!
Good plan. I like this plan. I'm excited to be a part of it.
And that's all!
You got guts?
He does have guts.
Carlo Inca du Bevel! Fim, kabatiret!
Nunca!
By the way, when he said full speed, the Fahrenheit moves really fast.
It'll take a while to get to Bevel. Meanwhile...
Yes, because it's not the end of the game.
We prepare for battle!
What's Seymour doing alive? Didn't we take care of him in Macalania?
He is dead. as dead as Jiskel was.
Told you.
His attachment to this world kept him from the next.
Whoa, scary.
Yuna must be trying to send him.
Wonder if that'll work.
Perhaps he won't expect it. Bevel.
They grabbed Yuna back in the Sanubia desert.
This is
One of the
nowhere
Guano
near the
squads
end of
that
the
attacked
game.
Home found her.
As of right now, we are a little past the halfway point.
The city of Bevel is built on the water. There may be underwater fighting. You or Riku should study your magic, just in case.
He is not a fiend. That's a very, very important distinction.
I'm glad Yuna's okay and all, but what's with those fancy clothes?
We'll learn more
It's
about
called a wedding
this
dress.
in about an hour and a half. But there is an entire story to what's going on with him, and the game is going to start telling us about it. But no, he is not a fiend.
We're being attacked from within. Some of the Guado that attacked home must have snuck on board.
We'll come help.
You're awfully calm about it.
I am calm about most things.
Fiends! It has nothing to do but...
But destroy the ship and all go down together.
Huh?
You gotta learn a little restraint, Pops. If you crash the ship, we can't go rescue Uni. Leave the fiends to us professionals.
Yeah, let's go!
Thanks.
I love that series of
Riku,
lines.
You've made some very good friends, I think. Good luck.
Pretty much. I didn't deny he would show up again. I just said he was dead.
So, how shall we do this?
Yep.
Be careful.
Don't worry.
May I help?
Honestly, I think that you've been trying so hard
Thank you.
to, I'm not gonna lie to you, but you've been trying so hard in order to, like, guess at what the game is doing.
It's too cramped to call Aeons here. I'll leave this fight to you. Show us your stuff.
You've been trying so hard to guess what the game is doing, to guess how it may be better or worse than other games, that you're actively trying to guess where the game's going, and some of it you're just not gonna get, and some of it you will. Admittedly, the game does hint at some of its twists pretty well ahead of time. It's been hinting at the summoner sacrifice since near the beginning of the game. But other than the fact that most RPGs, especially nowadays, have recurring villains that just won't die, there's no reason to assume that Seymour is going to come back. The point was that it's not an obvious thing that happened. A lot of people get surprised by it. Like, that cutscene is supposed to be, like, the major reveal that, holy crap, he's still around.
Now there's a rare sight.
Whoa, that's huge!
What is that?
The guardian worm, Evre. The great sacred beast, protector of Bavel.
The red carpet has teeth.
Wait, that means we're close to Bavel.
Riku, you read me! We're gonna fight that thing! Get on deck and show him what you got! Go!
There he goes again.
The ferryman asks a high price.
One of my favorite interactions right here.
Open the hatch. We fight.
Evre is truly mighty. Be well prepared.
Truly mighty, he says.
We gotta pay? If we lose, you'll die too, buddy.
I have faith in your victory.
Gee, thanks.
I mean, you're not wrong about the storytelling, but at the same time, sometimes dead people stay dead. Not gonna lie, I'm not...
We gotta keep our distance, boys, but we can't let her get too far away. Y'all have to tell me when to move. But tell me quick, huh? This rig ain't so nimble, you hear?
Nimble enough to outrun a nuclear weapon.
Not alone, you won't.
Okay. Okay, so we have the ability to use trigger commands to move the ship in and out. Moving the ship out is really useful in order to dodge attacks off of Evre. But at the same time, it causes it so only our range attackers can actually hit Evre. Okay, we're gonna do swordplay. Let's use energy rain for the first time. Energy rain is pretty awesome. Let's use Banishing Blade to get full break. That's not good. That's the thing, though. So, in most stories, people would not put up with the fact that Seymour is alive again. Well, not alive, but not completely dead. Evray is now pissed off. This is the hint that we need to pull the ship back. Problem is, we don't have the ability to pull the ship back before Evray does something stupid. Did that work? That did work. Okay. Now we can pull the ship back.
Vidran, Kubin!
Furious Assad! Hold on!
Guess let's pull out... no, Lulu hasn't had a turn yet. That's right. But I think this thing is, yeah, strong against all magic, so Lulu's not going to do much damage at all. So that was a poison breath. Evray fails doing it because we're too far away. So we'll just use range attacks for the time being. Nice crit. I forgot that we generally do not want to be this far away. I have never seen them use this attack before. That was interesting. I mean, you're right, but if the dude is not the major villain, there's no reason to be worried about him having an underwhelming ending. Actually, the age of the game is why they could have gotten away with it. I mean, the villain coming back or the villain not being dead, that's old as dirt. Like, that is a old, like, an old trope. But, crap. Seymour is not the major villain. Like, legit. Seymour is not the major villain. Damn it. Okay, we're gonna do a pullback.
Just a minute. Don't be...
Well, that was irritating. Can you get slowed already? God damn it, I keep on missing that. Also, that's really bad. Okay, let's pull Kamari back out. Try it again. There we go. Okay, I landed it. Of course, it's immediately going to rehaste itself. Crap. Okay. Usually I don't reach this point in this fight. I very much disagree with you. Like, and I can't even tell you how much I disagree with you. I feel the need to remind you that we have been outright told that Sin is specifically the villain. We've been outright told this. The game has made it very, very clear this is what Sin is, and that nothing we can do about Sin will make him any less the villain. I really don't want to pull Lulu out. Lulu is also poisoned. Okay, so everybody is poisoned right now. Oh, it's immune to that. Well, that sucks. Get some healing up. We're gonna breathe in. It's not. It's gonna attack. Okay, I like that. Let's let Tidus come back out. Now it's 912. I think we just kill it, right? You know what? Just for giggles. Didn't I have a... There we go. Well, they be trying to endear him to us? They're not trying to endear Sin to us at all. They're trying to endear us to Jecht. Jecht is gone. Jecht is Sin. Sin is the villain. Yep, that entire fight got us to Bevelle. Ooh, we got break knuckles? That's useful. And in we go. I can think of plenty of JRPGs that don't pull that stunt. Most of the ones I played on my channel don't do that. Now, sometimes you have to define who or what makes a villain, but Golden Sun, it is the Mars clan, and they are simultaneously heroes and villains, but they are still the villain of the story. Evolution, it's Leopold the entire time, and the game makes that very clear. Skies of Arcadia, both freaking, what's his name? I forget the two names. Freaking, the two guys who are obviously the villains are obviously the villains. They stay villains the entire time. As soon as you meet them for the first time, you know they're villains. And they stay villains. And they are the true villains. Also, this cutscene is badass. Okay, this entire section is scary. DS is having way too much fun, too. I mean, the stream's not just stuttering for you. I am also having trouble. I might not have enough, like, bandwidth to really display that, that cutscene in all its glory.
Yuna!
Okay, as I said, this section is kind of scary. So I'm going to very quickly level everybody up as much as I can. I mean, everybody gained 1 to 2 levels during that entire section. But level everybody up because, as I said, this section is actually frightening. For, like, one reason. It's one specific enemy is scary. But also consider that all my... Yeah, the Wedding Veil is an exclusive. Don't worry. You didn't really miss much. Okay. So we advance forwards, and every time we advance forwards, we end up having to fight enemies. Ooh, you can actually get that drop from these guys? That's actually really exciting. I mean, there's no way I'm going to get enough of it for it to matter, but...
Let's end this.
The steel drop purifying salt. That is the item that is used to craft no encounter armor. So when you wear that armor, you get no more random encounters. Also, this is the scary enemy. This guy on the right. He is frightening as hell. It is very scary that he got the drop on me. Okay, I need to do one thing. I need to very quickly lance at him. So that way I get that ability. And now I need to kill him really, really fast. Because if he actually uses the ability that I'm scared of, one of our characters is knocked out of the battle. Okay, good, he's dead. Ooh, a 6,000 damage crit. Yikes. Must be a rare drop from these guys. Like, I was not aware that this particular enemy actually had that drop. I mean, if you really want to see the Veil, I did play the entire game on my channel. Just, I skipped all the grinding for you guys. It was all done off screen. So you can go see it there. Or when this goes up.
Say your prayers.
This actually marks, I think, the first time we were actually attacking humanoid opponents. Oh, I didn't let Orin go. Whoops. It may be one of those things in the game that is, Did we ever actually outright fight actual Albed? I don't believe so. Oh, that's right. We did fight Seamorton's Guardians. We have fought the Guado. That's right. Okay, it didn't do Thrust Kick. We're good. As long as that particular enemy does not do Thrust Kick, we're fine. But Thrust Kick is the reason why I'm attacking that enemy exclusively while it's on screen. Because it's very easy to lose when Thrust Kick gets rid of one of your allies, and then the other two enemies get rid of the other allies. I have lost a couple of times to that. I don't know if the game ever explains that, to be honest with you. I'm not sure if that's ever described. Okay, this is the first time we see this mechanic. Only one, well, this is both true and not true. Only one summoner goes to die to sin. Most summoners do not complete the pilgrimage. In general, most summoners, they die on the way, or they quit on the way, or before a summoner gets to sin, some other summoner got to sin. Like, that's something that you see with Yuna and Isaru, is that they challenged each other. They did the whole, like, we'll see which one of us, they did the race to defeat Sin. Because both of their motivations are kill Sin before, or I'll be the one to sacrifice myself so no one else has to. That's kind of, each of them have the same motivation in that regard. They both want to not let someone else be sacrificed. So some summoners are just going to get there first, and then once Sin dies, Sin's gone for X number of years. Yeah, they're seeing who gets to die first. Because the idea is, if Yuna wins, she stops anyone else from dying. If Isaru wins, he stops anyone else from dying. And that's their major focus.
Stop.
I don't know why all of a sudden these guns matter when they totally didn't in those fights. I also don't know how, like, Seymour did not see this.
You would play at marriage just for a chance to send me? Your resolve is admirable. All the more fitting to be my lovely wife.
Stop! Do you not value your friends' lives?
Yep.
Your actions determine their fate. Protect them, or throw them away.
Yep.
The choice is yours.
And Yuna being who Yuna is, she's not just gonna let her friends die. So, well, all this was for nothing again.
You are wise.
Wise, you say? And I'm assuming this is the cutscene you saw. Seymour, you're creepy as hell. Oh no, we should have, but Yuna shouldn't have been trying to make this happen. Yeah, Yuna's not exactly pleased with this.
Kill them.
I am sorry, but it is for Yevon.
Aren't those weapons forbidden by Yevon?
That's a
There
good question.
are exceptions.
I love how much the gun is shaking.
Throw down your weapons. Let them go. Or else.
Gentlemen, you'll remember this is the day that you almost caught Captain Jack Sparrow.
Leave now, please.
You're coming with us.
Don't worry. Go.
This is foolish. If you fall, you'll die.
I love how pleased he is that she wipes off that kiss.
I can fly. Believe.
This is when you run away.
Yuna!
Not entirely sure why Seymour wasn't expecting this, because he has access to the same summon she does.
Cover your eyes!
Cover my eyes? Wait, what? Oh.
What was that?
An all-bed flash bomb!
Let me go! I'm gonna kill that Seymour.
I can't wait to.
Yuna said
But we already did.
We leave.
We'll join up with her later.
Break through!
Where'd Uni go?
Bevel Palace is temple. Yuna goes to one place only.
Yep.
The Chamber of the Faith!
That's the other reason why Yuna came here.
It's too quiet. A trap?
Who cares? Yuna's waiting for us.
Huh?
What's a Machina doing in the temple?
Things, also stuff.
I suppose it comes in handy.
That's not what I mean. The teachings. What about the teachings?
They seem to be ignoring them.
Hey, don't look at me.
Yeah, you get the impression that that Yevon's not paying too much attention to the Cheapings. We will address that eventually.
Another Machina? Man.
So this is Yevon's true face. They betray their own teachings.
They treated us like dirt.
And this is kind of where I'm going up for a reason. This is kind of where Waka gets his entire kind of redemption for being a jerk earlier. Is now all of his faith is coming into question. We're coming back up here because the closest save point is right here. Also, if you're trying to collect all of the Al Bhed books, there's one that's like right here on the stairs. And if you don't get it now, it's lost forever. This particular temple you can never come back to. Well, gonna come back to.
The entrance to the trials.
I wonder if Uni's really in there.
Good question.
Let's go and see.
Let's go.
Okay. How much money do we have? Not nearly enough. Shit. Okay. Time for another trial of the faith. This one is something. A lot of people have trouble with this trial. I will also probably have trouble with this trial as I try to remember how it works. We don't need money now. We will need money later, and I promise you I will explain when we get there. But I mentioned at the very beginning of the game that we need money, and a lot of it. This is not where I need to be. I went to the wrong... Did I go to the wrong one? Maybe I didn't go to the wrong one. Yeah, right. I had to do that. That's required. Okay, I did that. So this temple is needlessly confusing, and you only get one... Come on, you. Go. No, push the damn thing. Titus, I need you to push the pillar. Push the pillar, Titus. Titus, push the pillar. Push it. Oh, am I being stupid? I think I'm being stupid. I think I can't push the pillar unless the sphere's in there. I think I forgot how the temple works temporarily. Yes? Yes. I forgot how the temple works. There's another sphere that I need, and I think it's on the left side, and I think I accidentally didn't pick it up. So the problem is you gotta ride this nonsense. And you have to kind of select what direction you want to go. So as I said, this temple you can never go back to. There we go. Like ever. So, like I said earlier, you have to get all of the, the hidden things, right? You have to get all of the destruction spheres. This particular temple, you cannot not get the destruction sphere. The destruction sphere is actually required to beat the temple. And in addition to being required to beat the temple, it's also not possible to miss the destruction sphere chest. The destruction sphere chest is also required to beat the temple. However, there is a secret chest in here that is possible to miss. Okay, so like I said, we need money. I mentioned this at the very beginning of the game when I first started paying Owaka, and I mentioned it again when Operation Mihen happened. because in Operation Mihin, I spent a little bit of money to get the weapon that Orin is currently using. I need 540,000 gil. Now, I don't exactly have a time limit on the 540,000 gil. But I want it before I do a certain thing. So what's going to happen is, if I don't have the money by then, we're going to go grinding. Okay, I did this wrong, and that's fine. That path that you see behind me is the path to the end of the temple. And I basically just do not have the, I don't have the required items yet to beat the temple yet. There we go. So we want to go here because this spot has an item I need. This is going to give me a glyph sphere. Which basically makes that glyph right there not work. Which is fine. And correct. There we go. Okay, now if I did that right, that should light that up. Now there's a thing over there. And I think the glyph sphere is what I need for it. Yep. So now that wall's gone. Here's the destruction sphere. And as I said, absolutely required. So we're just going to toss that in there. And then we're going to take that sphere and toss that in here. Okay. This floor is almost completely finished. I have to go down to the bottom floor now. Look at all this machina. Oh, you know what? I screwed up. Or did I? Did I not? I did. And I do this every time, too. Because you have to go drop off the destruction sphere now. I think. So we're going to go drop off the destruction sphere. Because I need to have, like, either a hand or a spot there on the pillar free to be able to do this next section. Okay. That lets me go in that direction. So that's the destruction sphere. As I said, completely required. You have to do it. Now we go down. And we need this last Bavel sphere. If we don't have this one, we can't get the secret chest, if I remember correctly. Let's go ahead and grab this. It doesn't actually do anything there. It's just in that spot for reasons. And the game stutters for some reason with that animation. I don't know why. Okay. I go all the way back to the top. No, we don't. I lied. I went the wrong way. We don't care about the top. We're done with the top. The top's done. We did everything up here. Don't ask me why I'm doing this the wrong way. This temple is really easy. I am not looking forward to grinding. Okay, so... Whoops, missed my stop. It's that first stop I need this time. I was thinking about how I was going to do my grinding. I'm trying to decide how I'm going to do that. Because that grind's going to be a little bit annoying. Because I can't do everything I want to do. Okay. So now, this is going to send me in this direction. And if you missed that second Bavel sphere, the one I have in my hand, you then miss the extra chest. Again, extra chest is not required, but it's important. So, you hit this button, put this Bavel sphere here, which activates that pathway. Then you open this chest. This is the Destruction Sphere chest. You know that because it had that little sigil that just showed up. Then we hit this, which teleports this up here, and then we turn around and we push this instead. So that's how you know if it's the actual Destruction Sphere chest, is if that sigil appears. There's no way to miss the Destruction Sphere here. And there's no way to miss the chest in question. The Night Lance is missable, but it's not required, and honestly, I don't think it's actually any good. The reason people care about the Night Lance is that it's for Kimahri, and the Night Lance, so my current weapon is Piercing, Sensor, Strength plus 10. The Night Lance is Strength plus 10, Strength plus 5, Strength plus 3. It's good, but it doesn't have Piercing. And it's good to have something with Piercing.
Yuna?
Okay.
Inside,
Now we're at the
maybe?
Faith.
Then what are we standing here for?
Hey!
You can stuff your taboos!
Let's ignore the fact that you can just kind of like slide off to the side of it. And here's Kimahri being a bro. Helping us lift this extremely heavy door. And now we get our first look at a Faith.
What's that?
A faith. They join with the summoner, and together receive the Aeon. They are human souls, imprisoned in stone by ancient Yevon rites. The dead should be allowed to rest.
And Yuna receives one of my favorite summons.
Yuna!
Not the most powerful, but totally badass.
Wait! Don't come out!
Yeah, I didn't have much of a choice here. But hey, look, it's our friends.
There's the last of them. You are to stand trial.
I expect it will be a fair trial.
Of course it'll be fair.
Of course it will.
Yeah, the fat pope is a little bit of a jerk. Just a little bit. We have gotten Bahamut. Or if you prefer, Bahamut.
The High Court of Yevon is now in session.
I love this guy's voice.
The sacred officers of this court seek nothing but absolute truth in Yevon's name. To those on trial, believe in Yevon and speak only the truth.
Okay, then.
Maester Kelk Ronso.
That's the fourth Maester, the final one.
Summoner Yuna. You have sworn to protect the people of Yevon, true?
True. Exactly. Yes.
Yes.
Then consider. You have inflicted dire injury upon Maester Seymour Guado. Conspired with the Albed and joined in their insurrection.
Well, about that one.
These are traitorous and unforgivable crimes that disturb the order of Yevon. Tell this court what possessed you to participate in such violence.
I love the anger in that word, in violence.
Your
Violence.
The real traitor is Maester Seymour.
Sudden
He
revelations.
killed his father Jiskel with his own hands.
Gasp.
What is this?
Hadn't you heard?
Not only that, Maester Seymour is already dead.
Yep.
It is a summoner's sacred duty to send the souls of the departed to the far plane.
Also true.
Yuna was only doing her job as a summoner.
True things.
Grand Maester Micah, please send Seymour now.
Send the unsent to where they belong?
Yes. Maester?
Send the dead?
That's a problem.
You would have to send me too.
That's a major problem.
What? Grand Maester Micah is a wise leader. Even in death, he is invaluable to Spira.
That's an answer.
Enlightened rule by the dead is preferable to the misguided failures of the living.
Like you, Keenock?
Life is but a passing dream, but the death that follows is eternal.
Yeah.
Men die, beasts die, trees die, even continents perish. Only the power of death truly commands in Spira.
Are all the Maesters undead? No.
Is futile.
But
Keenock is
what
alive,
sin?
and so is the Ronso.
I am a summoner, my
Maester
lord.
Kelk is also alive.
Like my father before me, I am on a pilgrimage to stop the death that sin brings. Are you telling me that too is futile? Grand Maester Micah, I am not alone.
Poor Yuna.
All the people who have opposed sin, their battles, their sacrifices.
Yes, they're basically all in on it.
Were
Yep.
they all in vain?
Not in vain. No matter how many summoners give their lives, sin cannot be truly defeated. Their rebirth cannot be stopped. Yet the courage of those who fight gives the people hope. There is nothing futile in the life and death of a summoner.
So he says.
Never futile, but never ending.
Indeed, that is the essence of Yevon.
Yep.
Lord Micah.
Yevon is embodied by eternal, unchanging continuity, Summoner.
No. That can't be right.
And yet...
Those who question these truths, they are traitors.
Ah, well, there it is.
Lord Micah!
Get me out of here! I want out now! You hear
Good luck
me?
with that, Tidus.
You waste your breath.
You don't seem to be going anywhere. Also, you could just go slip between those bars, you know? I wonder what it says on the floor there. I've never tried to translate it.
Man, I hope Yuna's okay.
It is translatable.
She is strong. She'll make it.
Hopefully.
She'll make it?
That's what he said.
What, so she can die?
That too.
Why is it everything in Spira seems to revolve around people dying?
It's a very good question.
The spiral of death.
Huh?
Summoners challenge the bringer of death, sin, and die doing so. Guardians give their lives to protect their summoner. The Faith are the souls of the dead. Even the maesters of Yevon are unsent. Spira is full of death.
Yup.
Only sin is reborn, and then only to bring more death. It is a cycle of death, spiraling endlessly.
Yep. Never ends.